Good morning, everyone. It's a bright new day, and we are lucky today. I shouldn't probably be saying it that there's no, we are still in good light. So thank you so much for coming on this morning, and we just want to be sure that you are listening from us. So if you are listening from us from somewhere, please just type in the chat box, yes, 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 we are here because we've got an amazing experience that would like to share with you with our guest speaker. So just please type in the chat box. Here we are calling you from Lusaka in StreamYard studio, and we are very happy to see you. We are happy that you keep on showing up. So please type, share to someone, tag someone. We have sliced our coaching on Tuesday with me, Dr. SunshineSylvia, and we are so happy that you've joined us. Those ones that are joining us for the very first time, we come on this platform every day, Monday to Friday, for the last 4 years, every single day, 7:30 to 8 hours. So if you are able to join us, just say, oh yes, I can see you. Dr. Stephen Mwansa, my other coach who really is a supporter of these morning calls. He comes out here, prepares my desk, and we are just going. So even if I have got only 10 minutes, I am sure that I'll find my desk ready. So tag someone. On Monday, we've got Rev Water who comes with prosperity insights, and we have really benefited from there. On Wednesday, it's a market day where every team member comes to, to tell you or to market our products and services. And you people out there, you can also do the same. It's a platform where we encourage all the people that are coming on our platforms to share their own businesses. And on a Thursday, we've got Dr. Nelly, who comes with everything that you need from bedroom to boardroom. And on Friday, it is that day where we are reminded that we only have one body. We must be able to look after it. So we come with prevention is better than cure. And we are very big on natural means of fitting into there. So if you can hear me, type yes, 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 and we'll be ready to go. So today is actually not my show. I have escorted one of our amazing, graduates for the mindset change, who is just starting to practice what they learned last weekend. So last week. So I will invite Taziona, influencer, to share with us, just to introduce herself and be able to share just when she came in and what she has really gained out of that and what she's going to do after that. Taziona, you are welcome to the show, and please feel very free. We're just having a discussion and nothing more to it. So good morning, and please go ahead and introduce yourself and get to going.
Good morning, Dr. Sunshine. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be here. So last week, I was privileged to undergo the training, the mindset change process training with SBM. Oh, it's the best thing that ever happened, because walking in there, looking through the mirror that is just by the entrance, I was able to see this old self, Taziona, the inner me, and to make matters worse, I was actually late that day. I was late, and the session had just started, and I was told, look in the mirror. And I went back to look in the mirror, and Coach Sunshine was just saying, normally we blame people, we blame things, we blame this and the other for our actions. And, it just felt like, oh my goodness, I'm late and I can't blame anyone. So I introspected, looked through that mirror, and walked in, went and sat down. Oh, the training was just life-changing, because, you know, having sat in there those 3 days, just the very first day, you know, my mind was unlocked, you know, and this unlocking of the mind just changes the whole perspective of how I look at my work, how I look at my business, my plan B, as it was being referred to. So, you know, I was going in there with a defeated sort of mindset, you know, and I was able to review and share what I am, the strengths, who I am. I'm a labor officer, and, you know, I was able to share what I do, and my business, which I do as well. So some of the strengths that I have, but were not really coming out and being utilized as they should, are that, you know, I'm organized. I'm a perfectionist. My spouse most times refers to me, you are perfectionist. And yes, I am. I pay attention to detail. And I say no. I easily say no. It's not something that I struggle with. So walking in there, I was able to look at that no, which I normally say no to things easily. I turned it into a strength, because, you know, if you're saying yes to everything and you're not able to say, sorry, I'm scheduled, you know, you are just saying yes to anything. Can we go to Kafue? And you just jump onto that bandwagon. You won't be able to achieve. You can't make an impact on your life and on the people around you. But when you're able to look at your schedule, one great thing which I learned about the success planner, each day I have to plan my day. I should be able to open my planner and be able to say, sorry, I'm scheduled. Is that when next are you going for this event, so that I can plan for it? You know, those are the brilliant things that I've been able to learn and been able to implement in my life. As I go on this journey, I'm actually working actively to making sure that I'm using this planner. I'm planning each day. And I was looking at our business as just a boarding house, a small business. But no. Dr. Sunshine actually changed that. Okay. So there's a mindset shift. I'm able to see that, no, this is a great business. It's actually my plan B. I'm preparing for my retirement, and I need to put in my very best. What I do for my living as a labor officer is mirrored into my plan B. So what I've learned, what brings me bread and butter right now, the labor officer job, is what I'm doing there, and implementing, conducting inspections, and, you know, resolving disputes, and placing people in various jobs who are job seekers. You know, all that I'm implementing in this sphere of my life will be mirrored into my plan B, my business. Okay, I'm taking it seriously. And before this training, I wasn't that involved as I should. And my spouse would even say, you need to be involved. Sometimes I get the feeling that you're not very involved. But now my mind has been changed. This is very important to me. And actually, just after the training on Saturday, I was able to go there to the boarding house. It's called WBLN boarding house. I went there. I was able to inspect it. And it was just a great feeling. It was amazing to know that this is important. This is not a boarding house anymore. This is my plan B, my retirement, you know, my inheritance for the children as well. So it's really amazing. It's a great thing. And I would urge you to undergo this training. It's the best thing that happened to me. And thanks to my boss, who was able to say, I can actually pay for you so that you go for this training. And thank you so much, Madam Yvonne. It's the best thing that you did. I'll never be the same. Yeah, so it's amazing. Yeah.
And some of the things that you bring out on the table, and especially on because we're dealing with the wheel of life, and the first thing that
Mm-hmm.
we tackle is family and home. Just how
Mm-hmm.
has the course impacted you in terms of what you were doing before and what you're doing now, in terms of family and home, and then we can move on to the other spokes of wheel of life, because life starts with family and it also ends with family. And a lot of times we don't pay attention to that. So what has been the experience for you in nurturing relationships, so that you can be able to, instead of just saying, oh, I've gone to work, you go in the morning, you go at maybe 07 every day to work, and you come back maybe at 7 or at 5, or the way you are now apportioning your time. How good are you at apportioning time to family and home?
Thank you, Dr. Sunshine. So I'm more cautious and aware that I need to attach value to whatever I do. As I wake up in the morning, it's different. I'm more engaged with the children, because I realize that, I would spend most of the time at work, just come back home, I'm tired. I just, say hi, go to sleep. But now it's different. We have to sit together on the table, eat together. Initially, each one would eat on their own, just put on their plates, dish out. They go and eat and watch TV as they are doing that. But this time around, no, we need to sit together on the table. I'm more observant. I'm able to observe as they come in, and I'm able to engage in a discussion with them. How was their day? How was school? What happened? And I'm able to share with them. So just this morning, actually last night, I was telling them, tomorrow I have a program. What program, mommy? And I was going like a mindset change program. It will be live and I'm supposed to be the guest. And they were going like, what did you learn, mommy? So I'm going in there and telling them that, no, it's about changing the way you think, your attitude, your mindset, how you look at things needs to be different. You need to be, to do things with a purpose, with a plan. You don't just do things haphazardly. No. So there's that engagement with the children, and also it's value attached to it. So it's not chipante pante. No.
And
Yeah.
those people that are listening from us today, we take it for granted that we're just in proximity with our family. We have to be
Mm-hmm.
dedicated so that we can be able to share what we had. Because sometimes you find people don't even know what you do at work. People don't even know the other things that you're doing. And so when you pass on, it's like they don't even know where to start. So these small changes at family level makes it possible for people to engage with you and say, this is what mommy does, this is what daddy does. And also, when we look at the family setup, most times when we come home, we are able to just think, oh, what is happening here or there, but we don't look inside. By the time you are able to realize that things at home are not good, it has taken so long. We heard stories of how a child is staying with somebody you don't even know. You for 8 months, 8 months, 9 months, you don't know that your children stay with other people. And when you come to realize, it's already too late. They've got these manners that you really don't know. But if you actually call them every time when you come, in fact, even if you found that they have eaten, like for us, we've got a time limit. If 19:30, 20 hours it has reached, then you can go ahead and eat. But when we come back, you should still come and sit on the table and hear why we're actually even late. What is it that we're doing, so that we can just be on that. So that feeling, helps even the people that are at home, not just your children. Most of the time, we've got a lot of dependents at home who we're not even going to know what they do or their mannerism when you are not there. And because half the time, the 8 hours, we are actually not at home. And even, when you put 8 hours, which is undisturbed, because like for Taziona, she's actually in the mindset change class, she's the positive influencer. So what are you influencing in terms of anything that you have on you? So it starts, they say charity begins at home. And when you begin at home, you'll be able to actually nourish those people that are there. So how are the children feeling when you say, come here and sit? What would you like to become? The conversation is actually changed when you ask someone, what would you like to become? Than every single day trying to just say, negative things usually are very good to discuss. Oh, this is what happened. But when you are actually bringing out the positives in yourself and also seeking positivities from the people around you, you start to make ends meet. So I just want to, one of your biggest takeaways in family and home, so we can move to the other spots of the wheel of life.
So the biggest take home is that there should be value attached to this time that we spend with our families. So it's not about the number of hours, how long, or just being close to them and just knowing I'm with my family. No. It's quality time. What are you doing with them? Are you engaged in their lives? Are you connecting with your family? Okay, so it's not about how much time you've spent at home with them, but it's about the quality of that time. So that was my take home.
Oh, that was very good, because when we did the Wheel of Life, the plotting of the Wheel of Life, a lot of people scored very highly on family and home, but then they realized that actually it was just proximity. And when they started to actually now put dots around it and put activities around the Wheel of Life. By the way, what were the activities that you had put around your Wheel of Life that you're going to be doing?
So around the wheel of life, I put various activities. Let me just. So some of the activities that I was going to be doing included eating with my family on the table. Let me just get there. Build another boarding house to grow the business. Read more cases, because I'm studying law. I'm actually in my 3rd year. Read more cases and books, and also do a master's by 2027. The other thing is to exercise at least 3 times in a week, because that aspect has suffered in my life. I'm seated most of the time, and instead of, taking care of the body, you end up neglecting it. So that's one thing that I want to do on my physical and health aspect of the life, of the wheel of life, rather, and create better networks. I learned that everywhere I am, even at the funeral, I should be networking. And so, that came out really strong for me to maximize and utilize every opportunity that I have, regardless of the situation. Yeah. And then on the spiritual and ethical, to read through the Bible, the entire Bible from January to December. Yeah.
Oh, that's very good, because when you actually have put an activity, and activities, we are in the center of managing our 24 hours. And some people think that they don't have time. They don't have time. You have time. Everyone has put time. The only challenge is we do not put activities around it. So one of the best thing that can ever happen is for you to know how to schedule your time, because in the classes that we have, we every day have put our imperative action steps. So today, one of your imperatives was to come to prepare for the 7:30 call. 30 minutes. After that, you've got all these things that are going to happen. So maybe if you can just tell us, how is your day today? How have you scheduled your day today?
Actually, that's important, Dr. Sunshine. When I was told yesterday that are you able to be the guest on the 7:30 mentorship program, I went like, oh, I do school run around that time. But I remembered what I learned, and I said, I have control over this. So I taught the children in advance. I said, can you be ready tomorrow by 6:30 so that I take you to school because I have an important appointment tomorrow. 7:20, I should be ready and set. And here I am. I didn't think I would be here this time of the morning, And so today I have evaluation role program with the municipal council. So that's where I'll be going. It's starting at 9. And other than that, we also have Tuesday is a day when we have dispute resolution. So there are appointments that have been given to clients where we have to hear their cases and resolve based on what the Employment Code Act says and also the statutory instruments. So my day is quite busy today.
Yeah. So, and when you go to the council, you're going to meet one of the change agents, Judith. And
yes.
She's really going to be happy to know that you are scheduled for that, and the language that you're going to be speaking when you meet her will just show that you come from you got from the the leaf of something that you really are good at. So
Exactly.
being scheduled a lot of times actually, and when you tell someone, oh, plug in and listen, a lot of people, they say they don't have time. For 30 minutes, you can create the time. We have to learn to be creating the time, because if you don't create time, then you find that maybe at the end of the day, you haven't even ticked anything. So I'm sure even when you were closing your day yesterday, you will say, oh, I was able to do this. I was able to do this. I was able to do this. And it's very, very easy for us to actually come back and say, what have you done in the week? Like, it will be very easy for you to do your reports. It will be very easy for you to share the activities that you're doing with other people. People will get to know you, and people will get to really say, these are some of the things. Like for me, this morning, yesterday, you know that our program has been approved by Tebeta, and we are planning a launch. So I was trying to engage the owners of the TEVET institutions, which is the Tebeta, and say, we're happy that they do these things, but even after they have done an approval, they have to make sure that what they've approved and what they know that it's going to be good for the people, they should be able to anchor it. So today is that day. After the call, I'm scheduled to actually now just take the car and go to Teveta to go and have a discussion around it. And I'm also, I was just busy sending an email to our chairperson, who is the Minister of Labor, to say, are you able, Chair, to actually go with me and just, to go and share these important activities that we want, to engage with Tibet. And it's just a good feeling that people are so eager to listen and to see what role are they going to play so that we can make this thing a reality. So wherever we are, we have to be that change agent of choice. So I'm so happy to hear from you that you're already implementing these things that we have learned. You can just imagine. Maybe I should just ask you, can you imagine that people around you have done mindset change? How can the world be like? Or how, starting from your own home, how can you envision that when people have gone through the mindset change, what benefits can we derive from there?
So a lot can change when people go through mindset change training. Starting with my home, the way we utilize things in the house would be in an efficient and effective manner. No wastefulness. just the way we use things. For example, tissue. We spend so much money on tissue because the children are so wasteful. And that's one thing that can change. But I'm determined to actually ensure that they undergo that attitude change, mindset change, and be able to utilize things in an efficient way and not really a wasteful way. And that goes even to the way they eat. Okay, the food that they put on the table, on their plate rather, should be what they're able to finish. There's no need of having a whole plate of food and then in the end fail to finish what is on the plate. So that will be put in them, to impact the way they think about food. For example, they should be able to put a little bit and go back for another helping if that is not enough, as opposed to putting a lot. Okay, so those small things would be able to change and would make a saving as a family and be able to use those resources to invest that money in something else. But also the people around my workplace, um, uh, the way they approach work, they will be able to learn that they need to be scheduled. Okay, so it's not just pante pante. As long as the day has passed and I'll get paid at the end of the month, it should be well planned. They should be effective. They should be able to achieve their objectives. What does the job description say? What is in their individual work plan? Are we achieving that? Even as I supervise, it will be different, because I'll be able to sit down with them and ensure that they learn that it's targeted. One needs to be scheduled. One needs to sit down at the end of the day and say, what have I done today? What have I achieved? Even as the pay is coming in, you are really happy that I worked for this money. It's not free money. Yeah.
That's so good, and you should be happy that the director HR is actually on the call listening, and he's saying, watching from Lusaka, great insights from the panel. So this is so good. The world is listening to you, and these are the things, the small things that we do that actually makes us who we are and what we want to be in future. It starts from me. The things that I am able to actually share would be those ones that we want other people. And it's okay to praise yourself, because when people know how good you are, when people know that you are able to do this, you capitalize on the things that really happen around you. You are the one. We were saying, and I remember there was a very big discussion on, being efficient, and, we had stories of the people who visit their homes, even the people that visit your homes. You can control them when they come and share that this is what they do. Putting phones away from you when you're eating, it creates such ambience, or it creates you to actually see your other person. You walk in, you're eating, you're busy looking on the phone. Then even me, somebody wants to share with you an important thing, and from you just not actually able to listen, and you miss out and said, did you tell me that? And a lot of times it has happened when you're actually sharing some information and somebody is not listening, and when it happens, they think that you never informed them. So being intentional and having quality time is really a good thing to do. I can see there, Mwenya Mapoma has joined us. I can see she's greeting us. I can see John Kabila, a wonderful program. I hope in future you will take it to ZNBC radio and TV and discuss some civic education issues for the wider community. Keep it up. Oh yes, we are ready. Actually, we've had a lot of discussions with even with the Anchor Ministry, the Department of Information, ZANIS. We've had great discussions with them, and very soon it will be something that would be able to actually take everywhere. When people buy in on this program, then it is good. This is actually why we want today, we've got a date with Tevita so that we can actually see how it can be anchored and how we can play. Everyone can be part of this, because we have heard, starting from the biggest office, that each time that the president is speaking, he's speaking about mindset change. We must change. We must change. Change starts with me. If you change at an individual level, the institution you work with, the business you run is going to go together. So yes, John, we are ready. In fact, we are so ready. We are trying to prepare. Not trying. We are preparing at least for the first 100 facilitators who are going to facilitate to 1,000 to make 1,000 facilitators, and those 1,000 facilitators should be able to facilitate to 3,600, so that those 3,600 can now go to the 50% of the population. Because if we just a few people that are propagating this, it won't happen. Change will happen. We have to bring a lot of people, and because we know a lot of people are speaking change, we want mindset. We expect that other person to change, not us. Through this program, change will start with you by first of all reflecting, what are you changing about yourself? If you are a late comer to work, you start reducing. If you used to go to work, if you start work at 8, go to work at 1:45, so that you can do your desk, you can read your newspaper, you can scroll on the things that are affecting your institution, and you'll be able to even be a good contributor to the things that are happening in your own institution. But if every day you are firefighting, in institutions, you don't name the elephant in the room, you don't, you're not part of, you're not your puzzle, because every person is holding a missing puzzle in an institution. So if you are always holding your puzzle, you don't put it down so that it can complete the team, then it doesn't matter how much you can go to team building, how much you can do leadership. That's what we learn. We learn when we are training, when we are doing all these things. We learn all those things. But when you actually now be intentional about the things that you do, you just need to be intentional about it, so that we can all be in that line where we are making a difference, where we are walking our talk. And mindset change, I'm sure you can end with just say, confirm, or the mindset change is possible. That is our talk for today. And we have seen in whoever comes there, they come out strong. And why we actually give 3 months of practice is for it to become a way of life. So as you end, Taziona, the positive influencer, what can you tell the people out there?
So thank you, Dr. Sunshine. Mindset change is very possible. And for this country to change and achieve the development that we desire, to move from this third world country that it is, we need to have mindset changed. Okay? It starts in our home, it spreads to our workplaces, into our communities, and eventually the country at large. That's why this program is really critical. The fact that about 3,500 people will be trained, and they will be training others to have their mindset change, is phenomenal. Please undergo this mindset change process training. You will never regret it. It will just change the way you look at life. It will just unlock your potential and unlock your mind on being intentional about whatever you're doing, and ensuring that you achieve each day that comes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to have you. And I feel so great that this is, in fact, once you talk about, change, you've got a multiplier effect, because the more you talk about it, the more you learn, and the more you're conscious about things that you do. So be aware, and this is our Tuesday, and we hope that you're going to have a great day ahead of you and be able to apply, make one of your 4 imperative things to actually sign up and be able to get into that space where you want. Greetings to everyone, and bye for now. It's past Oh, we have even gone 4 minutes past our time. But thank you so much. You see, the 30 minutes just go on just like that, and we're good.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Have a great day, and God bless
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.